Yeah, what's good with my people out there, man? It's your player partner, Packboy Dolo, checking in with another episode of the Round the Clock Thinker Show. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to kick it with you, to give you some of this high quality information. As long as you pay attention, you'll benefit, you know. But before we get into the show, first and foremost, I just want to say shout out to the Treeway Winterwear collection, man. Fall is coming fast. This is my favorite time of the year, and this piece is a representation of my love for the fall, my love for snowy weather, you know what I'm saying? So I truly look forward to that. And y'all make sure y'all check out the links in the description, man. The links in the description holds everything that you need, including the ebook. I dropped that last year around Christmas time, and now this is the pretty much it's coming up on the 1 year anniversary of when I dropped my first ever booklet and started my paper trail. I have other things that are going to be in the works soon. Also with that book, as far as the physical copy, we're repurposing it and making it more smaller and tight fit. Since it's such a small booklet, it's not really even a book, it's a booklet. But it's jam-packed with practical information that you can use today, tomorrow, to change your life for the better, man. Straightforward information, practically written. Make sure you go check that ebook out, because we do have the ebook for you. You just go to the official website link in the description, and you'll be able to come up on the ebook, be within your email 2 minutes max, and it's free, all caps. So make sure you go check that out, man. To pretty much understand it, man. I'm very proud of that piece of work. I'm very, very proud of that. The name of today's show is called It Had to Happen. It had to happen. And before we go any further, you already know what I'm going to say. Look. Shout out to my people out there, man. I'm going to take a sip. Hope you got something that you could toast with me. You take a sip too, you dig? Before we get into this information. And when I say shout out to my people, I want you to really understand that I truly mean that. I truly mean shout out to my people as in, I hope that everything is going good for you. I hope that your life is lovely. I hope that you understand that you don't have to think all the time. You can enjoy the joy of being just by being. I hope you understand that you don't have to compare yourself to anybody, because you're perfect how you are. You know what I'm saying? Period. You don't have to be like anybody. You can be you, and that's all that matters, That takes a lot of happiness from so many, especially nowadays with social media, man. They poke around on social media and they see this person or that person and this person doing this and that person doing that, and automatically in their mind they start saying, damn, I wish I could be like that, I wish I could do that. But in reality, you don't even need to. All you gotta do is be grateful. That's what that says. Feel me? Be grateful for who you are. Be grateful that you woke up. Be grateful that you have all your limbs operating properly. You know what I'm saying? Be grateful that if you don't know something, as long as you can stand up on your 2 feet and move around in a coordinated manner, you can learn what you don't know. And tomorrow can be a fresh start for you. Period. You was blessed with what you have, and that's who you are. That's what makes you unique. You see what I'm saying? So no need to compare yourself. When I say shout out to my people, I want you to be at peace. I want you to be at peace out here. But let's roll into the show, man. It had to happen. What I mean by that, whatever happened that you had to face held a lesson in it for you. Whatever. Because this could be a vast amount of things. This is a vast amount of possibilities. Whatever happened that you had to face held a lesson in it for you. You see what I'm saying? Whether it was a breakup, whether it was losing a job, whether it was a friend or somebody, a family member that betrayed you, whatever it was, whatever happened, and you had to face it, it held a lesson in it for you. But the question is, did you see the lesson? Were you able to put your ego to the side and see the lesson? Were you able to really feel what you needed to feel without getting too caught up in it, without getting too caught up in your emotions, and having a above bird's eye view calculation of the whole situation that went down? Just looking at it, not based off feelings, not even based off who you are, not based off your relationship with them or how close you were with them, what you wanted it to be, not based off any of that, based off pure logic. As if you were a detective trying to figure out, trying to crack a case on your life. That's how you have to step to the side and look at it. So we're gonna roll into chapter 1, which says, I would have never thought. Because usually it's always a surprise. Listen, life is unpredictable, man. Life is unpredictable. It'll be somebody or something you didn't even think about thinking about it happening when it happened. Right? Unexpected. So you're not to be blamed to be feeling some kind of way when something happens. No one is blaming you for that. It's how controlled and poised you're able to remain on the back end of that. You see what I'm saying? During the processing period. Because listen, a lot of times you just fly off the fucking handle before you even think about it. That's possible. I had an OG I used to work with. He had just got out from doing time because he walked in to his crib and found his old lady in his bed with his friend. And he flew off the handle. He fucking lost it. Fucked both of them up and had to do a lot of time behind that. You see what I'm saying? But when he got out, the game he'll put me on is like, yo, you just never know, right? So the main thing is knowing yourself and having that internal foundation to the point where you enjoy things around you. You enjoy them to the fullest, but at the same time, you know that things outside of you, they don't make you or break you, because internally you're built for it tough. Internally, you done put in the work, and you understand that external things are just that. They're just external things. They can never bring you fulfillment. They never really bring you happiness. That's you making yourself feel that way. That's you making yourself feel happy when you get with a new chick or you meet a new man. Right? You meet a partner, and then y'all in the honeymoon phase. Look, you're making yourself feel that way. It's not them bringing it to you. It's more so like you're bringing it up within yourself, because you're so present and you're enjoying what is. You see what I'm saying? So let's roll into chapter 2. On to the next phase. It goes like this. Once it happens, it happened. Now what's the next play? What do we have to do next? And I'm not talking about revenge. What's the next most strategic play that you can run? Right? After finding out what you find out, whatever it may be, whatever happened that you had to face, it held a lesson in it for you. I'm sipping cranberry juice, man. But look, on some real shit, what's the next play? On to the next phase. And what you will notice, once you go through that process of shifting through it, of running that next play, the most strategic play possible, running that next play, you went through the process period. You realize, hey, whatever happened, it happened. It is what it is. On to the next phase, the next play. Run that play. Whether it's never fucking with that person again and just sending them love from a distance. Right? Whether it's not really worrying about that job that just fired you and go ahead and getting you another one real quick before you go get something that pays about as good as that one was paying. Whatever it is, it's on to the next play. We don't stay stuck in loop. You stay stuck in loop, that's dangerous. That's danger zone. That's danger zone, because you're going to start looking for revenge. Most likely you're going to start looking for revenge when you're stuck in looping and you're not thinking about, okay, what's the next play? The next most strategic play that we need to run right now. We done processed it. Hey, look, the emotion may be still there, but I'm not identified with it. I understand why it's there, because I'm human and I'm a bit upset, but that's okay. What's the next play? Right? Once you run that play and you look back on it, you're going to be like, damn, it would have been impossible for me to grow if that didn't happen. It would have been impossible for me to grow, for me to learn something. It would have been impossible for me to get a better bitch who's really fucking with me on a deep level, like real deal fucking with me, that showed me even more of what a woman should move like compared to what I had. For the women, you realize, damn, it would have been impossible for me to meet this guy who can lead me properly, lead and love me like I've never been led and loved ever, teach me shit. Not because he want to throw his weight around, but because the nigga really want to see me win. He really want to see me turn into a better bitch. He really want me to be better than I am now, whether that's with or without him. It would have been impossible. It would have been totally impossible for me to meet him if I didn't go through that with the other dude. You see what I'm saying? With the job, bring up the job situation again, for example, the job scenario. It would have been impossible for you to get with this company and meet this mentor within the company that's teaching you how to get to a serious bag, more so than you've ever gotten to before. A real serious bag. It would have been impossible for that to happen if the other job didn't fire you. So rolling into chapter 3 to wrap this thing up, look, optimism is key. It's key. You want to know why? Because if you're stuck in a negative mindset, once again, back to what I said earlier, that means you're looping. And if you're looping and you're stuck on what happened, why me, why did this happen, you're gonna start looking for revenge. You're gonna be in a revenge state. You're gonna be in a revenge state, and you cannot progress when you're looking for revenge because you're in the wrong energy field. You hanging out in the wrong energy field if you're looking for revenge, y'all. Seriously. You're hanging out in the wrong energy field. You can't have anything good come to you. You cannot have anything good come to you if you're in a revenge state of mind and you're operating from spite and hate. You got the wrong energy in your field. Therefore, you can't attract the good shit to you. You won't even be able to see the lesson because you're so caught up in getting some get back. When in reality, whatever happened, it didn't happen for that. It did not happen for you to become Mr. Get Back. It happened so that you can see, so that you could train your mind on how to start seeing the good in these bad situations. The good, and not even really bad situations, it just depends on how you look at it. But you train your mind to spot good, to notice the good in others, even when they're dead wrong. Notice, man, that motherfucker taught me something. I learned something from them. Listen, they gave me a lesson that, man, I wouldn't have got anywhere else. I had to get it from somebody who was close to me that had the ability to affect me, because I expected certain things from them. We had a track record. We was in a little deep. You see what I'm saying? This was my homie, my friend. I had to feel that in order to get the lesson out of it. If this happened, from some fucking stranger, I wouldn't really care that much. So therefore, I wouldn't even get the lesson. So it had to happen through somebody who could affect me, who had the power and the capacity to affect me, to get my attention. Then boom, when they got my attention and I noticed what happened during the process period, once I was able to detach from that emotion and carry on and set up that strategic play that I need to run, once I look back on everything, I realized, damn, that was a blessing. I needed that to happen. It had to happen. It had to happen. Look, this is a note that I got in my phone from, I want to say, see, I must have updated this, but this was in my phone like in 2023, because I put little notes and shit, little quotes and shit in my phone, in my notes app. It reads, and I wrote this now. This is Packboy Dolo. Quote, blessings are not always things we can celebrate right away. Sometimes blessings are lessons that we have to extract from what seems to be unfortunate situations. I'm gonna read that again because I'm a two-time reader, y'all. Listen. Blessings are not always things that we can celebrate right away. Sometimes blessings are lessons that we have to extract from what seems to be unfortunate situations. End quote. Packboy Dolo. Peace.